Today is day one of our self-talk challenge, where we seek to change our language into something more helpful and powerful. And specifically, today we are aiming at the word can't. Roll out your mat, and I'm going to roll the intro screen. Hello, magnificent human beings. My name is Landon Slaughter, helping you keep that fun and consistent at-home yoga practice. Let's talk about the word can't and why it's best to avoid it. The biggest overriding issue I see with this word is that you just give up all of your personal power when you say can't. Now, there's a reason why I address you all as magnificent human beings, and that's because I believe you are smart, you are powerful, and you are 100% capable of doing anything that you set your mind to. And also, you're all very good looking. And so, in a book that I just read called Game Changers by David Asprey, he has something to say about the word can't, which I totally agree with. And what he says is that when you say the word can't, you generally mean one of four things. One, you could use some help doing it. Two, you don't have the tools or the resources to do it. Three, you don't know how to do it. Or four, you actually don't want to do it. Which makes a lot of sense, right? Now, today for our intention, instead of setting a negative intention, such as, I'm going to stop using the word can't, lots of negative stuff in there, right? We're going to do something that kind of flips it around into a more positive, such as, I believe anything is possible, which basically, is the opposite of can't. Or maybe something along the lines of, I believe the universe has all the tools and resources I need. Something like that. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position, and we will go ahead and get started. Now, day one is going to be kind of mellow, and then it gets a little bit stronger, harder on day two. Day three is pretty tough, and then it mellows back out 4, 5, 6, and then eventually back up to day seven. So kind of this nice sine wave type flow. But for now, today's going to be pretty chill. So go ahead and close your eyes, relax, take a few breaths. Inhale through your nose. And exhale out your nose. Good. Full steady breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Excellent. And thinking about that intention, something around the word can't, but like the opposite. So thinking about your endless power, your 100% capability, anything you wish that kind of will help you to change that language around, even if it's something as simple as just being more truthful, succinct with your language, helping to have that better self-talk. Inhales through the nose, exhales out the nose. Excellent work. Okay, once you have that intention, 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. Good. Inhale through the nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale out the mouth. Excellent. Once more. Inhale through your nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold, hold, hold. Soft sigh. Let it go. Awesome job. Opening up your eyes. We're going to begin with some gentle neck rolls. Also, if you need grabbing some water here at any time during your practice. Neck rolls, so chin into your chest, and then very slowly inhale your left ear towards your left shoulder, head comes towards the back. Exhale, opposite ear, opposite shoulder, and then chin down and through. Good, keep going. Inhale, good, and then exhale, rounding real real slow. So an inhale completes half of a circle, slow. Exhale the other half. Good. Maybe pausing with that chin into your chest. Opposite way. So we inhale, opposite side, head comes towards the back. Exhale on down through. Good. Keep going. Following that breath. Nice, loose neck, loose shoulders, but not exaggerating, not forcing anything too much. Okay. And eye gaze is at neutral. Go ahead and come into a tabletop, swinging those legs on around. Fingertips spread wide. Good. Knees underneath your hips. And some cat-cows. We inhale, look up, drop your belly, eye gaze lifts. Good. Exhale, cat round. Push the earth away from you. Good. Inhale for cow. Belly lifts, eye gaze drops, or eye gaze lifts, belly drops. And then coming into your cat round. Push the earth away. Keep going. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Couple more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Good. Neutral spine. Wag it out. Move around. And if you have trouble with your knees, maybe grabbing a blanket or a towel or something to place underneath your knees, it's totally fine. We're coming into a modified lunge. So here from your tabletop, bring that left foot up in between your hands. And good. Hands on your hips at first. You can stay here, just breathe. Or if you want, bring those arms on up. Good. Really finding that length, that space through that side body. And if you have your hands on your hips, cool. If your arms are extended, that's fine. Either way, maybe just tilting, hinging back just a little bit. Kind of getting some opening in that body. Both hands onto that leg. That left foot, inch it forward some, just a little bit. Good. Roll your shoulders back and sinking on down into your hips. Good. Just breathe. Excellent. Getting down into that psoas, our hip flexors. Hands on the mat, back into tabletop. And you can kind of extend one leg out, extend the other out just to kind of kick things out, move around. Good. Okay, next side. So we're going to take that right foot, bring it up in between your hands, and hands come on up or on your hips, however you wish. How's your breath? Steady, focused breath. You've got it. Good. And then hands onto that leg. Right foot, inch it forward some, and then deepen coming on down. So if as you do this, this heel lifts off, we don't want that because it'll put kind of strain on your knee. So make sure you bring that right foot far forward enough so that you can still keep your right foot flat on the earth. Roll your shoulders back and eye gaze comes up, breathe. And hands down, good. And then go ahead, come on back into tabletop, wag it out, move around. Okay, from here, walk your hands out, walk your feet out just a little bit because we are going to come into that downward facing dog. Good. Pedal it out, walk it out, move around. Good. Just getting things loose, waking things up. Fingertips spread wide, alternating your heels, walking your dogs a little bit. Good.
Okay. From here, coming into plank pose, waking up that core. Good. Fingertips spread wide, high on those toes. Strong plank, breathe. Good. Go ahead and set your left knee down on the mat. Left knee down. Ground down that back heel behind you, and we're bringing that right hand on up. Modified side plank. Good. Just breathe. Stay here. If you want to do a full side plank, go for it. If not, modified's cool. Remember, just kind of easing into it, setting that intention right around having that more positive self-talk, healthier language, being succinct, telling people how we really feel, right? Maybe not all the time. Okay, bring that your right hand on down, coming back into a regular plank pose. Good. Back into plank, breathe. Okay, now we're gonna set our right knee down on the mat. Right knee down. So we're coming into that side plank on the opposite side. Ground down your back heel. Bring that hand on up. Good. Just breathe. You've got it. Stay with it. And coming back into that regular plank pose. Good. And from here, downward facing dog. Excellent. Pedal it out, walk it out, move around. All right. Coming down to your knees and then sit back on your heels for a brief thunderbolt. Perfect opportunity to get a sip of water if you wish. Okay, from our thunderbolt, we are going to come into our rabbit pose. So, chin to chest, rounding on down, and we don't have to amplify too much in our rabbit, just whatever feels best for you. Coming on down, hands grab back for your heels. And if you just stay right about here, that's fine. If you want to lift your hips up and really round, you can. Whatever works best for you. And setting it on down. Good. Shake it out. Move around. Good. We're going to come into our camel pose, but we're not going to do a full camel. This is more of just a very gentle back bend, kind of a heart throat opener. So coming back up onto your knees again, hands on your hips. You can place your hands on your hips or make fists, bring them around behind you. Roll your shoulders back, bring your eye gaze up, and just pause right here. Just really focus on getting some length and space in that chest. Try to make this more of a chest opener than a back bend, if that makes sense, because camel, pretty advanced pose. I'm not even going to come back, so just really trying to breathe through our chest here. Breathe. From your camel, sitting down, back on your heels. Good. Okay. Now, from our camel kind of sitting down here, we're going to do a pose we don't actually get to too often, which is called gate pose. So I'm going to swing around, so kind of a better angle here, and then take your right leg and bring it up and out to the side of you, kind of just like this. So you're on your knee here, but you're bringing your right leg on out to the side and extend it on out. So this kind of has similarities to triangle, right? It's basically a modified triangle. So do your checks though. That heel, your right heel, and your knee here are in line. And then take your right hand, place it down on the inside of your leg. Good. And then bring that left hand on up. Breathe. Feel that stretch all the way through your side body. Good. People have a tendency to kind of, come way too far down and this hip starts dipping forward. We don't want that, obviously. Really coming up, breathing. I would say you can't place your hand on the ground, but you definitely could, but it's probably not the best idea. So, okay, and coming back, place both hands on the mat. Good. You can shake out your legs however you like. Okay, we're going to take that left leg now and bring it on out. Extend it on out. Good. So make sure that heel is in line with your knee here. Left hand down on the inside of that knee, kind of thigh area, and then right hand up overhead. Really focus on getting that length here through our side body. The craziest, most amplified version of this pose is where your hands are together and you actually bring both of your palms all the way down to like your shin here and you're just completely, folded over. I don't know if I will be there soon. I was going to say I can't do that, but it's definitely possible. Keeping all things in the realm of possibility, right? Breathe, holding in your gait. And slow, slow, slow. Come on back. Place those hands on the mat. Good. And from here, let's come into a downward facing dog to just kind of walk everything out and move it all around. Good. Kind of swaying your hips around. Move your head around. Good. Weight shifts forward into plank pose. Breathe. And from here, laying on down. Untuck your toes, and you can just relax. Left or right ear on the mat, whichever one you wish. Just take a couple breaths, breathe, and relax. Hands can come down along beside you. Just breathe. From here, place your forearms on the mat, so coming up onto your forearms for our Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose, basically modified cobra. So make sure your shoulders are directly above your elbows, elbows beneath your shoulders. Good. You don't want kind of this thing happening, right? Be propped up. Good. And this is a very gentle back bend. But we really want to create space in our back, right? So it's the sensation of that forearm flesh pulling on the mat that will create some space in that low back. Eye gaze lifts, but not too much. Just breathe. How's your breath? Reconnecting with that intention, all those realms of possibility, being open to help from the universe if you need it when you think you can't do something. Maybe you just don't have the resources in front of you. Whatever it is, breathing through it, staying here in our Sphinx. And then eventually coming on down. Good. All right, bend your knees and very gently windshield wiper legs back and forth. And most folks kind of start whipping their legs back and forth too quick. Doing this with your breath. So allow your legs to kind of fall out to one side and then slowly inhale them through neutral. Exhale, let them fall out opposite side. Good. Inhale them to neutral. Exhale, opposite side. Keep going. Slow, steady breath. Okay. You can place your legs on down, and from here, in your own time, rolling onto your back for Shavasana. Pausing to get a sip of water if you wish. I will totally not judge if you're drinking coffee or tea or what have you. And feet fall out, arms fall out. Just relax. Good. soothing ourselves into our Shavasana on this nice mellow flow today. Bring those feet on up. Place your feet flat on the mat. Knees come together, but feet separate apart. So knees are together, feet are apart. And then allowing your legs to fall out to either the left or the right side, doesn't matter. Just pick one direction, let them fall on out. Kind of weird, kind of awkward, I know. Okay, cool. Then, very slowly, inhale them to neutral. Slow, you're going too fast. Slow it down. Slow, still inhaling to neutral. Good. Now exhaling opposite side. Inhale neutral. Exhale opposite side. Yeah, I know, real slow, right? Really take your time here. Keep going at your own pace. Very, very slow. Inhale to neutral. Good. And exhale opposite side. A couple more at your own pace. Just breathe. Good. Okay. Knees to neutral. You can heel toe your feet together, knees together, and then from here, Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle, butterfly, whatever you want to call it. Just allow the soles of your feet to come together, and then knees fall on out. One of two options: you can place your hands kind of on those thighs to help you deepen, or you can bring your arms up overhead, getting some length in that body. Just breathe. Good. Few more breaths. Just relax. And you can bring those hands down beside you. You can extend your legs on out. We are coming into that final Shavasana. Good. Feet fall out, arms fall out. And just breathe. Inhales through the nose. Exhales out the nose. Inhales through the nose. Exhales out the nose. Nice, calming Shavasana today. Just relax, just breathe. Good. Choosing to remain here in your Shavasana if you like, or wiggling your fingertips, wiggling your toes, so that we can meet in a seated position to bow together. Awesome, awesome job. You're doing so good. Day one of our challenge already in the books. I know that you're going to keep going strong into day 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way into day 7. And now it is time for the best part of class, where we set that intention into motion. Now, it's kind of hard to just say, okay, I'm going to stop using this word can't right away. But what you could do is, if you have a friend or your spouse, something like that, maybe make them kind of, responsible, keep you in check for, if you slip up and use this word. Or you could really think about, one of those four things of what you really mean when you say the word can't, Instead of saying, sorry, boss, I can't go to the company picnic, maybe telling your boss, I don't want to go to the company picnic. And before we go, here are your next 2 steps. First, jot down a time on your phone, in your calendar, of when you are going to do tomorrow's challenge. Only 30 minutes, that's all the time you need. And number 2, consider diving into the membership if you have not done so already. I'm only going to put the first couple of days of this challenge up here on my YouTube channel, but if you open the description below, you can find out how to keep going for the remainder of the 7 days. And as always, magnificent human beings, thank you for choosing to show up, not just for this challenge, but showing up for yourself as well. Thanks so much. I will see you in the next video, and namaste.